We're into January, the beginning of the new year, and I'm reading from my book, Rubbing on My Teacup. And it's a very cold day. And this is about the wayward waxwing. On a cold winter's day, very like today, but a few years ago, I saw an unusual bird on our telephone wire. It was a pinkish colour and had a crest of feathers standing up on its head. Other birds were mobbing it, and it was their loud calls that attracted my attention. Eventually the bird escaped into the woodland and it landed on a secluded Gelder rose bush. It ate a few red berries and then flew away into the sunset towards town. The next day it was back, but this time it landed on our cotoneaster, which was covered in bright berries, the one behind me. It began to devour the berries greedily, and I watched from my bedroom window as it ate breakfast, lunch and dinner before flying off again into the setting sun. It repeated this for about a week. I was fascinated by this strange bird and noticed that it had red tips to its wings, and I wondered if it had been hurt. Perhaps the other birds mobbing it had damaged it. Was it blood on its wing? No, because this was a waxwing, and the red is part of its normal colouring. Its wings look as if they'd been dipped in sealing wax. We had sealing wax at home when I was a little girl, and we played with the solid stick. It was kept in my father's desk, and we melted it. I'm sure we shouldn't have been playing with it, but we melted it with a lighted match, and we watched the blood red drips. Do you remember sealing wax? Important letters used to come in the post, tied with string, and it was sealed with sealing wax. There was usually an impressed stamp, so you could be sure that the letter had not been tampered with and it was secure. Nowadays, we look for the lock sign on a website to make sure our messages are safe. How times change. That winter a few years ago, I heard that a huge flock of waxwings was in town. But my waxwing had come alone to us, and I wondered if when it was flying over our garden it saw our berries, and then as the others flew on, my waxwing fell behind. Perhaps it thought, I let the others go on and I can drop down here and have food all to myself. It could have landed on our delicious food so that it could feast undisturbed and unchallenged. This year I've resorted to Twitter. Where else would you look to find out about birds? To see if anyone has noted them heading this way. On @waxwinguk you can find out where they are. In October they were seen in counties in the UK on the east coast. They flew over from Scandinavia across the North Sea in search of food, and the tweeters recorded it yesterday. Waxwings are coming west, and they're in North Wales. Every movement is reported. We've a lot to look forward to in the new year, even if the weather turns colder, because then you may see waxwings. Look anywhere where there are red berries, in gardens or supermarket car parks. They're a treat to watch altogether. But if a greedy one sneaks away from the flock and comes alone to feast here on our berries, I won't report it. Its secret is safe with me. My lips will be sealed.